Warning: the following content may not be suited for younger or sensitive audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Anyway. You guys
It's
wake
really
up.
funny.
It's a lovely morning. It's a lovely, beautiful morning. Which it actually is kind of beautiful. In a sense, you guys are... Most of your guys' rooms have a really nice view. Considering you are... This town is placed in a position that is on the side of a mountain. But not in a danger zone.
On the zone.
So... Isaac, behave.
Isaac, go for it.
It's not even her number. Stop.
Anyway, so do any of you guys go downstairs?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll say Zill.
Okay.
Kree's? Oh, I was gonna say Kree is probably following Zill.
Okay. So when you guys get downstairs, Zill, you immediately see a familiar face. Well, familiar back, arms. You see his back and his arms, his many arms, before you actually see his face. Everyone else, you see a hunched over figure at the bar. Their outfit consists of draped heavy fabrics that seem to be prepped for the cold. Their face is covered in like a mask. And the most noticeable thing about them, besides the giant sniper rifle on their back, is the fact they have 3 pairs of arms.
Yeah.
Can't say what I was about to say.
Eli, I swear to God.
This is why I didn't say it.
Oh my goodness.
But you should, to be fun.
I'm gonna have Zill go up and sit beside them, and she's gonna greet them, and she's just gonna be like, "Hey, Abel, been a minute. How you doing?"
I have food in my mouth, leaving be. Anyway, he glances to you. Like, as he glances to you, like, it's kind of a side glance, but he just nods in acknowledgement of your presence. He's, that's the most greeting you typically get out of him.
Yeah.
I would like to also say that when Zill started walking over to Abel, he would have let go of Zill and kind of stood very far. How full would the tavern be?
It's empty. It's early in the morning.
It's empty. Is the kids' table still there?
Yes.
Kree is probably going to go over there very awkwardly. Kind of it would be practically a kid's waddle. With how, a kid is shy, so they, waddle away from their parent to go hide. So, bro. But, he would have just, waddled over to the kid's table, and he would be sitting there, but he'd kind of be messing around with his little bag and, pulling out, a small box and just kind of filling it with some berries.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Actually, Nihilus is gonna try to question from what Bluma has told me and from what Nihilus has learned, how truly intelligent are devilish terrors are?
Is it night terrors? What is it else?
Fiendish terrors.
Oh yeah, terror. Yeah. Good.
They're not so smart as they are more of cunning.
Are they able? I'm guessing they are able to be trained, though.
Yeah. They're just little shits about it.
I'm half tempted, guys, to teach him how to pockpick things, or possibly how to lockpick.
Why not pickpocket?
You
Or
know what?
Riley there.
During this time, well, he's not going to use anyone as a target for now. During this time, Nihilus is going to try to teach Dricknoth some simple tricks and maybe how to pickpocket during this.
A little animal handling.
I'm a wisdom-based character. Let's go. Where the fuck is this sheet? There it is.
Sorry, excuse me.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I am proficient in animal handling. Surprising.
Wow, it kind of sounds like me in Therial, where I forgot he was proficient in animal handling, and then I rolled through net 20s in a row. Anyway.
Just need 3 more. And it was 22.
Still working on my DMs. Anyway.
I got 22.
You don't think you've gotten anywhere with him, and then he pickpockets you.
He's like, maybe late. You little fuckhead.
Mission don't succeed. I'm right.
You're
Exactly.
right. He's just gonna take back the thing he's stolen. It's like, you're a little shit, aren't you?
He just looks up at you.
Kibble will love you. Wait, no, he haul. Wrong shitpost race. Anyways, he's just gonna teach him other small tricks, and that's really it. Nothing too major from him since the tavern. In hindsight, this probably was a mistake, but it's a funny one.
Did you just gag?
Yeah, I heard
I'm
that
choking on this
too.
dick in my mouth. Anyway.
Hey, that's my job.
Jeez, Max.
Anyways.
Levi's back in his dorm. That's so lovely and great. We love you, Levi. I'm sorry.
Quite kindly, Max. Fuck you.
So
Fuck me yourself, coward.
You know I would. Not really.
Hey, yo.
Echo, man.
Anyway. Oh. Sorry if I seem unhinged during today's session.
You're fine. You have to
I have been up since 8 a.m. No, past 8 a.m. And at 8 a.m. I had to start dealing with customers. So. Anyway.
Don't worry. Hey, you're fine with cameraman. He has to deal with me like 24/7.
That is true.
Anyway. So. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I do
Already,
have a
because there's not much
question.
to do.
It's true.
It's not.
I haven't
Yeah,
gotten to the shit yet.
Actually,
Eli was speaking.
oh, sorry, I didn't hear him.
Considering my berry situation, I would be able to tell the difference between those, right? Because Kree is probably contacting Terrace about that.
Yes.
Because he, like, as well for people who are, like, who
Excuse
would
me.
glance in his direction, they'd kind of, like, see him, like, picking berries out of a bag and, like, putting them into a little, like, basket. Like, it's very tiny, like, especially for his size. Like, it's very obviously not meant for him. And he's kind of, like, taking his time, like, looking at a berry with one hand and, like, setting it in that box, and the other hand just seems to be holding something. And he's just kind of doing his own thing like that.
Neat.
Oh. Time skipping. A little bit. Everyone is downstairs now, because I'm forcing you to be. Emergency meeting Among Us style.
Eli,
So-
Boss Among Us.
You guys all see this man. He is standing up, slouching. He is about 6.5 feet tall. I don't know in any other measurement. I'm sorry. He's tall, and he's slouching. Yes, Isaac, you heard Among Us. Anyway, and with his many hands, one pair of arms is pulling out a map, and the other is marking stuff on this map as he lays it down, and the top pair is just kind of crossed on it's just crossed. And he looks to the party. And
you good?
yeah, I remember how I said I wrote session like 2 minutes ago. Anyway. So he looks to you guys and he says, if you want to properly defeat, this is not his voice because I don't have a voice for him. If you want to properly defeat Corsandus, or Corsandus, like he says with quotations, then you're going to need, obviously, to take out the hand. Within what you fought and what killed your friend, from what I've heard, was not him. It is something using his body, and the hand is forcing him out, in a sense. If you kill Corsandus, the hand, and this creature, you will damn every soul that he has ever consumed. I like the silence.
I'm just.
Did
I thought
we
I
as
crashed.
characters know about the soul being
No.
consumed? Okay.
You know about Idris's soul being consumed? Because y'all watched Corsandus do that?
Well,
But
I'm pretty
nothing else.
sure. I'm pretty sure Zil knows just because she's aware of what the hand is and like how it works. Cause she saw him consume when he was in his Eris form. She saw when quote unquote Eris consumed the time person, like the time watcher person. So like she's kind of aware of it. It's just she was unaware that the party was unaware. So yeah, she hasn't told anyone.
Yeah,
But-
so the party
Oops.
doesn't know anything about it being able to consume souls.
Now let's then ask. I feel like some of us didn't know that part. What else can the hand do?
And like, the Abel kind of like pinches, like he pinches where his, like the bridge of his nose would be, kind of, and he looks to the party and says, "You want to fight this thing? You fought this thing, not knowing a damn thing about it."
It came out of the blue, and something like that is not really well known, I would assume. That's why we're looking for information.
Even with my experience of seeing the hand at its work, I've never seen it consume a soul.
That's because it wasn't the hand that consumed a soul. It was the creature that is puppeting Corsandus's body.
Oh.
They're humanoidish creatures that are summoned through dark rituals and whatever. I don't give a shit enough to care to explain to you. I'm sure Zill is old enough to know what it is.
Zill just kind of nods at this, but like no explanation, kind of like willing him to just go on.
What it does and how it consumes these souls is by putting them and storing them in a pocket dimension where it can feed on them whenever it wishes. Your friend's soul may as well be in there, and if it is and you manage to free it, you can bring him back.
How likely is that to happen?
How likely are you not to kill Corsandus? To kill the thing within him and not him?
Also, quick question. I mean, do we know how often this repeats? I mean, it could be that we barely have any time. I don't.
Can you repeat that again?
Uh, how often does he need to feed on those anyway? I mean, depending on how long we wait, depends the bigger chance of your friend.
Corsandus's
Yeah.
situation is more difficult. Typically, these creatures only feed, they have to feed every time they regenerate. But with the amount of souls that he has consumed, I doubt that Idris is... I will give Idris a couple weeks. Though, that will be a mere amount of hours for him. Seconds, even.
Well, shit. Out of character, I have nothing to add. So,
Same here.
Zill is just thinking, mainly.
Because- Actually, Max, could I, with my blood hunter knowledge, think of possibly any way to possibly add or help in this case or whatnot? Because I, as a player, have no idea.
Roll a religion check. Which is just open for all of you.
I mean, except Riley, because remember.
Yeah, except Riley, but
Well, duh.
Excuse me.
Does it have to be a religion check? Could it be a history check for Zill? Possibly. No, because it's like... No, okay.
It's a fucking religion check, you whore. And yes, Isaac, you can roll. You're a part of this session, muted or not.
I will roll in just a moment. Give me a second.
I'm just saying. Because I have to ask, because +9 +3 are a big diff.
That's a D10.
Yeah, but you also have to realize
I also rolled a D10.
viable.
Isaac, that's a D10.
Guys, listen, everyone shush. I also rolled a d10. We're not talking about it. Oh
Like,
my
yes, I think
god! I should
God
have
damn.
taken the d10.
Y'all should have fucking taken the D10. God damn.
Once again, the D10
Can
was
we-
better.
Can we take the d10?
No. No, you can't.
That's
Can
not
I not
how
take the
it
10?
works.
But why
No.
not?
Because screw you, I guess.
Max, what if I take an omen
Anyway.
dice? I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You're not taking a fucking
I know.
omen dice over this shit.
I know.
Oh my
Dramatic fuckers.
Kiss, I know you're joking, but holy shit.
Okay. The sheet is not loading. This is fun.
But he looks to you guys and he says, if how you would kill this thing is by sedating and removing the hand.
Do you know what sedates the hand?
I do. But since my last shot didn't go as planned, I'll need more of the solution.
Hmm.
And like he kind of tosses you guys a piece of paper, or like he tosses it on the table.
Shopping trip.
His shopping trip.
Orc is a little curious, so he is going to be the first one to try and nab at it and look at the ingredients.
Okay. And you see again the exact same things that were in the first like solution that you found in the bullet.
Does it say what amounts?
Yeah.
Okay. Like the amounts, what to mix in as well?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's a fucking ingredient list. What the fuck,
Oh.
bro?
Well,
A
you know,
recipe.
sometimes people will give you ingredients and then a certain amount of ingredients to get, and then they'll do the mixing themselves. That's what I thought was going on.
Also, sometimes
For a
people just
moment.
give you a list of things and not tell you how much you need.
Yeah.
People are assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, just
He's an asshole. He's not that much of an asshole. But Abel, he looks to you guys and he points to a location on the map, and I left the map shot. That's not my map shot. And he points to Rizium.
Oh
He
god.
says-
Rhythm.
I want you guys to head there. You should find all these ingredients on your way. But Rizium will... It should have more answers for you. You'll want to talk to a woman there named Arcane.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry, Max.
Sorry.
What you
Can't
do a
play.
legends guy? What the fuck?
It's a character from the previous campaign.
I know, I was making a joke.
I know. I think every fucking time I say her name, I'm just like,
Let's
the
go.
legends.
Yeah, that was a joke.
But so he says a couple more things before saying, "I will meet you there. Don't die on the way." And he just kind of leaves.
Nihilus, like when he leaves, Nihilus is sarcastically, well, glad to see that he cares somewhat. Out character, quiet crowd.
It is a very quiet crowd today.
Like,
I mean,
don't-
like,
I know why, but still.
Isaac, you are excluded from this issue. We're fully aware you cannot talk.
I mean,
I
like,
just-
Riley has like no connection to anybody, and she's just been here,
Well-
like just.
I know that
It's
you
like-
are not going to talk because that's obvious.
Yeah.
Zilla's just thinking. She's just like, she's thinking. His behavior is like not new to her, so she's like, yeah, this is just an average day with him. He's a little
I would like
moody.
to say
There-
that Kree's just like he was listening, but he's also just struggling to put a bow on this box he has.
Yes. The true issues in life. That is the catastrophe that I'm getting
That's
at.
his thing is the whole world's ending if he does not get this bow on. He doesn't know how to tie a bow.
That's funny.
Oh, I know what Oric would be doing now, but I was so desensitized to my characters because of a fire alarm, so I don't really have anything to say.
Bro. Fair enough.
I'm just gonna say this right now, but Riley's just like been watching the party. You know those memes of some random guy just like watching from afar and like eating something, like those memes they usually see. That's basically Riley with the party. It's like, okay, all that shit, but I don't know how to interact with them.
So when are we heading out then?
It would probably be best to head out by the end of the day. We are kind of on a time crunch.
All right. Max, question: What is around town? Is there a town around the tavern? If I'm correct.
Yeah, there is. There is.
All right. Niles is gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna go possibly restock on some equipment, most likely, and perhaps try to get some materials for Bluma by the time she gets back. I think I might be doing well, though.
Just do something and just like sit around.
What did you say, Miss?
Riley's asking if she could come with.
Yeah, sure, you can come with.
Nihilus, I did want to start selling potions for when you do set up shop. Do you think you could pick up a few ingredients for me as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you make me a small list then?
Uh,
Mind?
yeah. And Oric just hastily writes down a few ingredients he needs for health potions, and he gives the list to Nihilus.
All right.
So, do you possibly walk outside?
Yeah. Because.
Not you.
I thought you said so, not
Spray
do.
with water.
No. No,
Come
your
on.
Zo got cut off, so your Zo got cut off a little bit.
Retract
Yeah,
those.
sure. Yeah, I'll say she goes outside after a few minutes of just sitting at the table. She'd probably head outside.
I need everyone to deafen.
Oh, fuck.
Damn,
My
is Zill
God.
having a moment?
It is her arc, so.
Let's go. She's finally having a moment.
Woo. That is everyone.
So, Zill,
So. Uh-oh.
as you stand outside, give me just a moment. As you stand outside, you're just kind of enjoying the cool, crisp mountain air. And as you do this, in the distance, you see a figure. Do you look to this figure?
Sure. Do I recognize this figure at all?
Not really. I mean, you do recognize her a bit. You saw her at Idris's funeral.
Oh?
You see, this woman is wearing a black dress with a black wide brim hat that has a veil covering her face.
Excuse me? Is this who I think it is? Continue. It's all good here.
She seems to look to you. And it feels like suddenly she is like her shoulders shake with laughter and you hear it everywhere. It is echoing everywhere. She's next to you, she's behind you, she's in front of you, and she's nowhere near you.
Bro.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. It's all fine. This isn't who I think it is. I'm thinking of things. I'm. That's a 12.
Fails. 21 psychic damage. And this laughter fades into screeching. Like actual pure guttural screeching. As if someone had just witnessed someone they loved murdered. And Zil, as you see this woman, as you are collapsing to the ground, she is her arms are at her sides as you see her screaming, and her veil has lifted up to where you can see her mouth and parts of her face, and her face is etched in pure pain. And she seems to hold herself as she continues screaming. And you can see this black ichor kind of leak down her face. And I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Bro, do I recognize her at all? Because out of character, I think I know who it is, but I don't think Zil would recognize her. That's a 13. That's not. Stop. I'm assuming a 13 also fails.
20 damage.
Oh.
And Zil, you're on the ground. You feel you feel tears on your face. You think your ears are bleeding. You think you're bleeding a lot. Actually, you think every orifice on your face is bleeding.
Bro, imagine bleeding. Regular blood. Sorry.
And she gets it right in your ear.
Oh no, I was gonna make a joke.
You
Bro.
hear her. You hear, the screaming stops, the laughter stops, and you hear someone walk up next to you. And crouch down. And she whispers straight into your ear.
Get away.
I told you couldn't protect him.
Get away from me.
And Zil, do you look up at her face?
Yes. Is that another wisdom saving throw?
You see. You almost don't recognize her because her hair has it's white. It is pure white, and she is holding, she seems to be taking a blindfold off her face, and you recognize her as Zora.
Yep. Also,
And she simply smiles at you and disappears. And reset your health back to full because none of that was real.
Okay. This bitch.
I wonder what trauma Zil has been doing.
I gotta wait for everyone to undeafen.
Nothing. Zill's fine.
I
thought
love
it
that
was
the
gonna be
music
the
has changed.
I thought it was gonna be the cute, wholesome moment we planned, Max. I was gonna be that. Nope. Not that.
Expected. No one
Silver-
suspected the
Silver
surprise
misses
trauma.
out. So all of you hear, like, Nihilus, you hear this, and you are like halfway. You are a a bit away from the tavern, but all of you hear Zill let out this blood-curdling scream.
Alice is going to ignore that. I'm kidding. He's going to go over and check it out.
Cree would have already been out to see what
It
had
would have
happened.
been right outside of the tavern too.
Zenith and Auric would have rushed out as soon as they could have.
And you guys find Zill on the ground, covering her ears in a crouched position. And she seems to be fighting with something that isn't there. Not really fighting, more so trying to
Her feelings.
ignore. She is looking, like, there's a point where she straight up looks at something that isn't there.
If we look in the direction where Zill is avoiding, we don't see anything.
No, there's nothing there, and she looks perfectly fine, other than the fact that she is, looking like shit.
She looks scared. For anyone to understand, like, the level of what's happening to her, she genuinely looks scared.
Oh, Cree honestly would have, like, immediately been by her side and kind of, like, not touching her because, he knows that she has, like, personal boundaries, but he is, like, very close, like, trying to make sure she's okay. And kind of, like, as well, I'd like to mention that Zill might not hear her right now because she's too busy, but, like, how Cree coos in a way, like, how he has that low growl of comfort that kind of, like, escapes him, that sounds very, again, inhuman. Like, Zill would know that it's him, of course, if she does hear it. And that he's just there, like, trying to be comforting in his way.
Yeah. Max, how long would they be staying around Zoe before she would, like, come out of it?
You're starting to come out of it, like, as they have basically started approaching.
Okay. As she's, like, slowly coming out of it, she would, like, uncover her ears, and she would, like, get up from her crouched position. She would look around at you guys, and you guys could tell she's immediately brushing off what just happened. And she's just gonna mumble. You guys would just hear her, like, mumble something of, like, I'm fine, don't worry about it. As she's, like, rubbing her ears. As if, like, you know when you hear a really loud, like, pitched ringing sound, you kind of, like, flinch and you, like, rub your ears to, like, get rid of it in a way? You guys would see her do that, like, she can still hear some ringing sound of something. Before acting like nothing's wrong.
Nihilus is not going to question anything.
Perfect.
That's not his business at all. Also, he's not close with Zill. Sorry, but
Yeah.
no.
Zill will just hear, like, from Cree, like, it kind of comes out in, like, a broken comment, but he's like, happened? Kind of, like, asking what happened.
Zoe would, like, stop and she would, like, look at the ground and as if she's, like, debating on whether or not to say something before she would just shake her head and just mumble to Creed to not worry about it.
He would seem fairly concerned, but he's not gonna press her. But kind of like look to the other members and like a nervous glance type of thing, because he would probably make eye contact with Sopez. That like Sopez would very obviously see the worry on his face.
What do you mean, guys? There's nothing wrong with
Isaac's
you.
typing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Zil.
Nothing's wrong, guys.
Zil,
I don't know why
nothing's
you
wrong,
think-
guys. Sopez would just give a small nod to Kree. Okay. And he'd just kind of like, you know. he doesn't know what to do.
That's fair, though, Isaac. Oh, for context, for the people, Isaac's not at home right now, so he can't do mic right
Yeah,
now.
at some point I plan on forcing you fuckers to fill out a thing. So it like does a little bobble when you talk. A
Oh, yeah,
PNG to
that.
people. And then I'm
It's-
also going to hook up chat to a thing so I can record that. I
Yeah,
just haven't done that yet, so because I'm
That would
lazy.
be fun, though. That will be fun.
It
The
would be.
PNG thing's really simple too, and you can set
That's easy
custom
to set up.
photos.
However,
Yeah.
the chat thing on the other hand,
That's gonna be
a bit more
hard.
complicated.
Yeah.
And
That would
why I'm
have to
not
be a
doing
screen
it
recording.
yet. No, not exactly.
be.
There is a
There
way
are
that you
things
can
for
set
it,
it
just
up. It's just again more
complicated.
complicated.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, anyways.
Anyway,
That's a conversation for later.
so would anyone like to do anything?
But before we get on to major things, like Natlas is just gonna do like, how much would it be for the health potions, like ingredients would be?
Well, how many are you getting?
Depends on how much Levi wants me to get. I have 3,688 gold.
Enough
Okay,
for 5 potions, I'd say.
Yeah.
enough for 5 potions. That'd be about like probably be about like 100 gold.
All right.
About 20 gold per potion, then.
And this is for like just regular health potions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I would have had Nihilus buy a little vest, like a little harness for, Dricknoth with his
Okay.
name on it.
Okay.
How much would that be? Just gold?
It would probably be about 70, 80 gold.
Okay.
We're getting up there on
Silver,
Antoine's economy.
Silver, I see your green light lighting up. You want to say something?
So if anyone wanted to know, I'd say Astral's probably not doing much of anything. He's mostly just studying a few scrolls at a table, all in his. He was close enough to where he heard the conversation, but he didn't really seem completely interested in it.
Makes sense.
Well, considering he's all alone. But Kree gave up on the bow. Like he tried. He gave up. It's in a knot. But considering Astral would be alone, like so Astral, what you would see is just like this fucking, how tall did we make him again? 8 foot? Yeah. You would just see like the tiefling from before just kind of like walking up to you and kind of like, he'd seem very shy because he would be wandering over by himself, but he'd also be carrying a box in his hand, like just like practically like size of your palm type of thing. like just something very tiny, but for him it would look extremely tiny. And he'd just kind of like
Okay.
walk over to Astral.
Okay. So I'm guessing Astral does notice this. It's kind of hard to miss Kree. So
Yeah.
um, he does notice Kree walking over. He doesn't. He doesn't say anything. He just looks up at Kree with kind of a look. It's not like a mean look or like a what the fuck are you doing here type of look. It's more of like a can I help you, but in like a respectful way. I don't know because I don't know if there is a respectful way to say can I help you. It's always rude, but just
Yeah.
imagine there is. Imagine in this scenario, there's a respectful way to say can I help you.
I'm looking respectfully.
Kree would like see that he's very hard with reading people too, but he'd kind of like very he'd hand out he'd hand this box over to Astral and like there would be like a red bow that very obviously was just tied around the box in a knot because he struggled. Like it would look like a kid practically like trying to tie their shoe or something, and it's completely wrong. But
Okay.
he would like hold that out to him, and he'd just like it'd take him a minute because like he would be trying to form the words very quietly to himself without saying it at first. But then you would just hear a very soft sorry.
Okay. And Astral is just kind of like. So, at first, Astral looks very confused. Um, he's just like, sorry, uh, for what? Did you do something?
God, his translator isn't here right now, but he'd kind of like look a bit confused and kind of like he'd just kind of like try to respond and be like, I like it's really hard, and he's like wording out he's trying to speak like word out what he's saying, and he just kind of go, I was me.
It takes Astral to process for a moment what he said, and Astral's just like, oh, you mean that? Oh, you don't have to apologize for that. That was just little disputes between people. I mean, it's bound to happen. But I appreciate it. Is I'm guessing this is for me, and he like gestures to the box.
And he'd just nod his head.
He says, "Well, thank you. It means a lot that you would take the time to make something to apologize." And Astra's just going to untie the knot and open the box to try to see what's inside.
And just inside is kind of like just a bunch of like different berries. Like there's blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and just a few others that like by the way are
Okay.
specifically like nothing dangerous, just something that's very nice.
Astra's just like, berries. I haven't had any in quite some time. It's very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much.
And
And you said, well, what I suppose Terrace said, your name is Kree, right?
he'd just nod his head.
Well, that's very kind of you, Kree. I won't forget this. Thank you for this.
Honestly, he's like very quickly going to nod once more and like kind of like awkward shuffling away to give him space and to go over to like the kids' table to sit down and take a coloring paper and start coloring.
We love
And Astral's just going to like he's just going to take a minute stare at the box for a few seconds. And he's just gonna like snack on the berries as he's working. Just like because like it's nice to have a snack while you're working. And he's just going. If anybody wants to know what he's actually doing, he's just creating more spells, while he's writing in his on those scrolls. Other than that, that's all I have right now.
All right.
Okay. And would anyone else like to do anything?
Actually, I'm gonna go up to Oric and give him the ingredients, and Niles is gonna say, here's the ingredients. Also, I got a little harness for Dricknoff. I don't know if you would have been interested to see it, but I thought you might be. And then he just shows Dricknoff in his little harness.
He is like dead waiting. Like he is straight up.
He does have a, but understandable
like,
though.
Man is trying to get out of it. Like,
you need this, Dricknoff. Stop fighting it.
Like he is basically like, if you hold him, he's going to try to flop on the floor if you don't hold him sternly enough.
He's basically like a cat that doesn't want to be picked up.
Yeah.
It's like, you are going to wear this for your own safety. At night, I am gonna take it off.
Pluma will cast.
Pluma?
Not Pluma.
Pluma? When did she get here?
Riley. Yeah. Riley would cast Speak with Animals. Well, would Speak with Animals work with a little dragon fucker?
So yes, but also in my world, Speak with Animals it's a two-party situation. So the animal can just be like, I won't talk to you. No, and the spell will cancel, and you'll get your spell slot back.
That's
Getting Dricknoff is like, fuck off.
Exactly. He's like,
See,
no.
That's funny because I was about to have Oric cast Speak with Animals.
That'd be funny if he has a deep guttural voice.
He sounds like something from the abyss. He's just like,
No, I have the perfect voice. From Critical Role.
Oh God.
Is it Spurt the kobold's voice?
Yeah. It's basically he sounds like that.
Spurt, I remember Spurt.
Spurt was short-lived, but he was loved.
Spurt.
Anyways, it is the spell. Is Speak with Animals gonna work with?
No.
Okay.
No, not with Dricknoff. Like he straight up no. He refuses it.
Niles just looks at him. It's like, are you really gonna be this difficult?
Not gonna lie. It wasn't for the fact that this would happen. I would have had Bluma yeet jerked off to the wall. Has Bluma just like.
Anyways, now it's like, okay, you win for now, but we're gonna try this later. And then he's just going to take off the harness of Dricknoff and just put it in his cloak.
Dricknoff is trying to eat it.
Hey! No, bad. All of this is happening in front of Oric, I want to remind you.
So, why did you get him the harness?
I thought some identification might be nice, at least. If we're in populated, someone doesn't.
Sorry to tell you, Nihilus, but
It
not all
might be
animals
best
like...
to let him go. I mean, it's kind of like he doesn't want to be.
He was the one who followed me.
So at the sound of being let go, Nihilus, do you have your hood up?
Yes, he always has his hood up.
Cool. So you see Dricknoff stops, stares at Riley before skittering up, your shoulder and going in your hood and coming out like on top of your head to peek his head out. And he kind of like sticks his tongue out at Riley.
So it's obvious he doesn't want to leave. I think
He's-
he just doesn't really like the harness. That might be it.
He's just a brat, but he doesn't want to go anywhere.
He's just a little
happy
shit.
here. He's just a brat.
Yeah.
It might be a work in progress. If it doesn't work out, oh well. It's just something I have, I guess. Something to throw at someone, I guess. I don't know. The harness,
That's
not.
normal.
I'm so
What?
surprised that you wanted to keep the little fucker despite having Bloom on.
Hey, listen. He's dealt with our character. He's dealt with Bluma so long that this is normal. Anything Dracnoff does, it's normal. Reminds him of Bluma somewhat.
He wants his fairy back?
Of course he wants. Wait, is this in character or out of character? Because I'm speaking out of character.
Out of character.
Okay. Yeah, he wants Bluma back, obviously.
By the way, I'm just as now we're probably gonna end up ending session
The
early.
ship
So.
has been set sail, everybody. The shipping has set sail.
Oh.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Does anyone want to do anything else? Isaac, I know you did just get home.
There's nothing I want to do, but yeah, I am home now.
Cool. So, do you guys head out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, the sun is setting in the many moons are rising. As you guys set off. That's not right.
What?
Sorry, I fucked something up. Anyway. No. Anyway, so as you guys kind of trot along, it's peaceful. It's a nice moment.
I'm rolling perception.
For how
Also,
long?
Also, question: are the moons full, or like what state are the moons in? Also, I'm also rolling perception, if you don't mind.
I got a 17. Or would a passive perception of 21 get me anything?
No.
No, okay.
Would
Don't
not.
trust the word. Don't trust the word peaceful.
I got an 18. I'm guessing I
Give
didn't get.
me a moment. I have to fucking.
Oh, Kirsten's also rolling.
It's a just in
I'm also
case.
going to roll.
It's just in case.
How long have you guys been traveling?
How long ago did we probably leave?
Levi?
Yeah.
Do you
said you kept track, right?
like as an entire party?
As an entire party?
Yeah.
It's been, if I remember, it's been about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right?
That sounds about right.
Cool.
Around then.
I think
But
it's
if
like
anything,
towards
I'll make sure to keep.
Yeah, I would say towards the end of like 3 weeks, nearly 4 probably.
It's probably the start of the 4th, I would say.
So, okay, so then.
I keep track.
Nelson.
I keep track of 3 parties timed together. Let's go.
If we're at the end of...
I asked because I pulled out Otuan's calendar.
Oh.
To look at the moon phases.
You mean the moon's phases?
The moon's phases. So actually, I lied. Only one moon is visible tonight, and it's a half moon. And the moon that is visible tonight is the smallest one.
So it's a dark night, basically.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dark night.
Wait, what month are we in?
You guys are in Astrius.
What
Which
season
one
is
was that again?
That's
Oh
all
shit!
right.
No,
You
Number
should
wrong,
give us
wrong
the
month,
calendar.
Wrong month.
You should give
Wrong
us the
month,
calendar
wrong month,
one
wrong month,
day.
wrong month, wrong month. Fuck.
Yeah, because like you said we were getting into like fall or something.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are getting in fall. I brought the wrong month. Fuck. So okay, so you guys. Let me. Fuck. It's Sardun. It's Sardun.
You should really give
Cause
us the calendar eventually.
I will once I have it in a proper format. It's not a proper format right now. Okay, so it's
That's fair.
Sardun. You guys have been traveling for 3 weeks. Start on the 4th. Again, it's still the half moon. Still everything with the smallest moon's a half moon.
Hmm.
But okay. Give me a moment. So but anyway. So you guys
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, bro, leave me be. Do you guys want to do anything as you guys travel in this kind of like this peaceful moment, this nice moment? The first nice moment you've gotten in a bit.
Yes, there is one thing. Would I be able to find any ghost blooms as we travel?
No, this is you guys are literally traveling on a mountain.
Okay, never mind then.
Auric does have ghost blooms. I will say. He did find some previously, and Max gave them to me.
Okay.
That is something Sopez would have seen. So if you need some, yell at me.
I'm
Well,
just gonna.
he just wants some of his own though, because they're very handy. They've saved him quite a bit.
Nihilus is just gonna stare at the moon, primarily. Occasionally looking back on the road, then he's gonna look back up at the moon. Again.
So the smallest moon. Lehast. It is unlike its, technical other siblings. It's a kind of a goldenish color. It's there are some legends connected to it, but most of them were deemed false as, there's no god to back those legends up.
Yeah. As he's looking at the moon, he's gonna say, Auric, did you ever have a chance to talk to your mom last night?
So player Levi forgot. Auric probably would not have, but I'm going to say he did not get around to it. So.
Alright.
Actually, after what happened last night, I forgot about it and didn't get around to it. I apologize.
No, you're okay. You seemed like you was scared. It's alright.
I will make sure to do it, as soon as possible, though.
Take your time on it. And then he's just gonna resume looking back up at the moon.
Okay.
Question.
Hmm.
This
Yes.
is more of the lore, just of the moons. So I know Ambule is connected to which one again?
Dohas.
Does this moon have anyone quote unquote connected to it?
Yes, in legends, but like I
In the
said,
legend?
there are
Okay.
no gods to back those legends up.
Okay, I wasn't sure or not, but that's all I wanted to ask.
Baby Lume is hiding a secret on anyway. I don't know. But it's funny meme.
I mean, gods are pretty good at hiding secrets.
Yeah.
Yep. Now this is also gonna ask. So, how is everyone doing so far?
No, I've just been doing nothing while you guys do whatever you guys been doing.
What is your party like, Riley? I can't remember if I asked that or not.
Quite nice. Doing what they can to help each other. That's tension.
Alright.
Yeah, I start with the youngest. Waiting until I go back. It's not much gonna feel anything on my part here.
I'm somewhat wondering what Bluma is doing, but I feel like she might be doing fine though.
I mean, how is that? How is she entering that?
What did Riley say?
Like, what's her personality?
Nihilus like looks down from the moon and looks at Riley and is like, sometimes vulgar and explosive. She's nice at times, but when pushed,
Bullshit.
Shut up here.
Sorry.
Shut up here,
I'm
so you
sorry.
don't know her. Sit the fuck down. And he's like, she's nice sometimes, though this party would probably say. Otherwise, they just don't really know her a whole lot. Though most of the time she is vulgar, though if pushed, she will push back.
What was she again? What type of race is she?
Can you say that again?
What type of race is she?
A fairy. She doesn't really know a whole lot about herself either. If your party is nice, I'm sure she'll be fine. There's not a lot I can think that could go wrong besides minor pranks on people.
Explosions.
That's if she's really stressed or someone pisses her off enough.
I feel
I
like
just
it's inevitable.
at the last that just sounded funny. Explosions.
Meanwhile, Bluma at Dova is stressing the fuck out. And I'm not going to give context to the viewers here because it's funny.
I mean, I hope he doesn't cause much trouble because so Tia's right there, and I don't want him to get experience much troubles with a character like that. You sure she's nice or something? Because I'm a little worried about him.
If people... Bluma is not easy to explain. I've known her for 3 instances to explain, honestly. I can't really explain her in depth. Really, it's just gotta work. These
Is there
and everyone
some
else
type of
here.
like,
Go ahead.
so she's just a small ball of chaos, I'm guessing?
You can say that. It's just these people have, like, and he's refers to the party. Everyone else here has just seen the bad side of her. There is good in her. I know there is. You just need to take a moment to see it in the small times.
I hope she finds um, something to look forward to. I mean, somebody that lashes out must have some type of issues, no?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Someone that lashes out, don't they have some type of like personal issues?
She lost her memories when she got out of the Feywild. She doesn't really know who she is, and that frustrates her
That's
too.
it. Have you decided any type of magical means to help that out?
I don't know a lot of magic, and part of me is trying to find it. Though so far she
Nope.
has. Well, there's a way, I feel, but she's slowly getting her.
My died. Can you hear me?
I didn't hear what you said, but I can hear you.
My audio died.
I
So I didn't, if you were saying something, I didn't hear it.
honestly forgot what I said.
So,
But anyway, as that is
the
going on.
very first one was like, have you guys tried magical means to
Oh
help
yeah,
her out?
you said they haven't found any. He's trying to find something like that, and so far no luck.
Papa, I hope you find something. It sounds like
I
you
do.
really care for it.
I do too. Anyways, while that's going on, anyone else wants to do something? I guess. I don't want to take the spotlight for too long.
I would just like to say that Kriya's like in his little corner just eating, like, if anyone would look at him, he's just eating berries.
You get that?
I'm half tempted to have Nihilus interact with them.
Are these the poisonous ones or good ones?
I mean, nature check.
Wouldn't I know?
Sure,
That's
Isaac, you would already know.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
I
would
already know.
They're not.
Just
They're you. If someone normal ate them, they would die.
Yeah.
Okay, don't touch the berries.
But yeah, considering like if anyone did look at Kree, they would just notice that like with the berries he's eating, he for one seems unfazed himself, but it's very obvious that the berries he specifically is eating are poisonous.
So actually, someone roll a nature check real quick.
Hey, quirky funny Auric.
Nah.
You don't have to tell me what number you get because I'm not in dice chat at the moment and I won't be able to get to dice chat.
Fair. Does Auric? He does have a plant identification book. Would this count towards that?
It would give him advantage.
22.
Ooh,
So you
22.
recognize these as dark sparrow berries. They're said.
Go ahead.
They're said to be able. They're popularly used in poisons for the simple fact of they kill quickly, discreetly, and they cannot be found. Like once the person has died, no trace of them can be found.
Oh, so kind of like ricin.
Yeah.
It's odd that Oric knows this information, but hey,
He has a book.
he has a book.
Oh yeah, no, these are
He's the
very
plant
extremely
boy.
heavily toxic berries, and Kree is just chowing down at them, absolutely macking on them.
So
He
I would
seems
say
pretty
Oric.
fine.
I would say Oric would panic. However, he's kind of been desensitized to, well, from Zill and Idris. So he just has like a curious tilt on like a tilt of the head from curiosity.
Would he say anything though?
I'm gonna flip a coin, see if he would.
If not, I'm gonna do an. If not, I'm gonna say
What? Are
Well-
those?
it's not
Right.
about the berry. It's not about the berries. It's something else.
Are those dark sparrow berries?
And like Kree would stop eating his berries, and just kind of like. Honestly, he didn't know what they were called, so he just kind of like looked confused at him. And just like looked to Sopaz as like, hey, you know what these are. Dad told you.
Really dragging in Sopas here. Sopas would look to the berries, then to Orc. He'd give just like another nod. We say, yeah, he tends to like the poisonous ones a lot. So just be careful. Don't try to steal one. There's a good chance it's poisonous and will kill you.
Well, I don't need to eat them anyway. Remember, I have my own, and like Oric does like a quick flick of the wrist, and a few berries just row in his hand.
Yeah, fair enough. It was
Upon-
just a small warning, though. He just really tends to like the poisonous ones for some reason.
Huh. Interesting.
Nihilus looks over, is like, huh. Interesting. I was gonna have him say something and I completely forgot. Well, shit.
Aren't they deadly?
Aren't they dead?
That's what I thought people would react with.
People looking at me in the parking lot after I'm eating yarrow berries.
Wait, what?
What?
Yarrow, like yarrow berries, like I don't know if I'm saying it yarrow. It's so it's a bush that it kind of looks like an evergreen bush because it has really spiky like needles as leaves and stuff, and it has these bright red berries on it. Every single part of that bush is deadly except for the berry, like the fruit, the flesh of the fruit.
Bro.
Oh yeah. I have a funny story for you guys later.
Anyways, now it says, so, Kree, how long have you known Stopez and Zero, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just curious.
Kree would kind of like look to him and kind of like he did stop eating his berries and kind of like with his bag he would have bundled them up. I'd also like to say to Silver, out of character, he did not get like Astral did not get poisonous berries. Kree made sure of that. But
I figured he did.
He's just
Kree could
actually
pour-
poisoning the party
Astro
just slowly.
all the poison berries.
I killed like if I wanted to kill this entire party, I can't say that. You guys know what I was gonna say, people who know. But anyways, Kree would look to Nihilus and kind of like look down at his hands, and he'd kind of seem like he was counting. And I'd like to say when he's like, you know how kids like stick out their fingers and like how like
Yeah.
at first it's normal, but then it's like there's 20, like there's somehow 20, like there's 10, and then there's like 2. He's doing that. And like after a second, he'd just like hold up both of his hands to just show like 10, the number 10.
Huh. Alright. Also, what can you do? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm trying to think of how Kree would talk.
Nihilus doesn't fully know anything about Kree, so you know.
I mean, he would have a big ass fucking scythe that hung on his back. So he just kind of like he would sit there like very confused, and like it'd be very obvious he did not understand the question.
Nihilus then thinks, can you cast magic? Do you just hit things with your scythe on your back, or is there anything like that?
He would look like, I'll be honest, he's gonna have this kid moment where he just blurts something out, and he's just going to point to his tail.
Even I don't know how to translate this one.
You know what he's saying, though.
I think so.
I
About
like
this quirky thing.
I like to
You
imagine
want
that.
some job?
I like to imagine that's what Sopez actually says. Even I don't know how to translate this one. I'm sorry.
He probably would.
A few times, but I mean, Kree is probably telling them to just watch out for his tail. I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
so-
and also kind of like for his fighting style, it is like his weapon, but also could be his tail.
Yeah. If anything, this would be the time Sopez would warn the part. Well, they've already. I'm having a fucking stroke. Jesus Christ.
Oh, down, my guy. Holy shit. We're not going anywhere.
I know, but
Yes,
still.
we are.
You know, fair enough.
Going
we
to
are.
your mom's house.
Bro.
Eli knew what I was
I'm
gonna
so-
joke. Eli knew.
Anyways.
But he would say that Kree fights. He has a very unique way of fighting. He tends to use his tail, which, as you know, it's very poisonous.
I did not know it was poisonous.
Was this not
we literally talked about it yesterday in the car out of character. It was a discussion that we had.
I know.
No, they said to stay away from his tail. They never mentioned it was poisonous.
Zill
Yeah.
mentioned it was
Okay.
poisonous. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, Zill did.
He did?
Also,
Yeah,
Kirsten,
Sopa said to stay away from it, but Zill did mention it was poisonous, like as a reason because people looked confused. I was just reminding the players because we all forget stuff. That was a discussion we had.
Also, Nihilus wasn't fully listening. It was focusing on driving the car.
That's
well,
fair.
if that's the case, Sopez would say he fights with a tail. It was very briefly mentioned, but his tail is extremely poisonous.
Oh.
Do not be careful around.
I
be
just
careful.
thought people would touch tail because of, but that's what I thought. But that makes more sense though.
His tail is just very poisonous.
How considerate.
That explains the poisonous berries then, I guess.
That's just him being a small little amalgamation.
Oh.
But aren't we all that?
A little amalgamation.
Am I wrong?
That's just him being like a child that's like berries.
Berries.
Listen,
He doesn't care.
Sopez said that with love.
God, no, because Sopes would say that and Kree would like look to him because he does not understand the word.
He would simply just pat Kree's head. You'll understand it.
I need to DM you something, Max.
Oh no. Did I make a mistake at patting Kree?
No, you didn't. Just
Okay.
continue.
Okay,
You
but
activated his super killer mode.
But no, he
Harris,
would
Turns
just
on his
explain
Bluetooth.
that Kree fights with his scythe a lot and the tail. Fun fact, Sopes helped train Kree, so he takes after his fighting style.
Yeah, because I would like to say when he does mention Scythe, like Sopes would like kind of like the party would just hear like kind of like chirping in a sense, like kind of like a happy clicking.
Uh,
And Kree would just kind of like point at Sopes.
how cute.
He, bruh,
Yes, Nihilus did say that.
I am going to stab this man. Anyway, Sopes, he would just explain that Kree fights with his tail. I was the one that, for the most part, taught him weapon combat, so that's why he fights with a scythe. He takes after me a bit.
I mean, quick question: is like the site curved or is it straight? Because sites are not that actually that great for fighting. To be honest with you, they're meant for
You'd be
agriculture.
surprised.
No.
If the scythe is built right enough, I've seen people use it. Frankly, horrifying, but you know.
The correct way is to basically make it into a spear. That's the correct way, to be honest with you.
This is also D&D. Since when did D&D make sense? Exactly.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Almost completely for aesthetic. But,
Literally.
I need you guys to roll a perception check.
Okay,
Fun.
while we do that, now I was going to say also, Kree's clicking is. Do you mind explain? Can you explain that, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
He can't exactly talk correctly. Like, he can't talk in common, but he's practicing.
Fuck
Do
you
you
all.
Do you mind if you
Oh,
possibly teach some of us how to?
I can try. It took me a very long time, and I still can only make out the most basic of things. I can try,
All
but I
I'm wanting
can't
is the
promise
basic.
anything.
It's more of something that is learned with time,
Well,
unless
time
you
is a-
know a language similar to it. It is something that just takes a lot of time to understand.
Well, I think it might be something nice to at least pick up while we are traveling.
I can at least try to show you what's usually a good response and a bad response, but
That
I
would.
can't teach you what he's saying thing for thing.
All I'm looking for is the basics. So
I can try. I can't promise anything.
As you guys are speaking, everyone except Astro notices this.
Astro's too busy reading a good book.
Everything goes silent.
Oh no!
Like, can we still hear ourselves, or is like the forest just dead quiet?
The wildlife that had surrounded you is now, like the trees, everything is now dead. It is silent.
Oh no, spook!
Dead sudden or actually dead?
Not dead silent, sorry.
Okay, because when you said dead, I'm like, oh shit, we dead.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Sophie would probably like sit up if he noticed, and he would just say, "Does it seem quiet to anyone else?"
Yes.
are we
Okay.
actually able to hear each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought silent spell for a second. Sorry.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would the nat 20 I got get me anything? Like anything in depth?
No. But all of you hear at the same time. A humming.
I don't
A
like.
singing, almost.
Would Zill or like would anyone recognize this?
Yeah.
I'm asking
No.
for Zill because it's my character, but
This might sound weird, but do the words seem like they have a magic effect to them? Like, do they seem as if a voice is being amplified and we're hearing it, or is it just there?
It's just there.
Max, is there
Is it
any way
coming?
that I can roll, like, maybe... Is this would be this? Would this be a nature check to try and figure out what's going on here?
Sure.
What I'm asking, what would it be a nature check? I'm just asking.
You can roll a nature check for it.
Would I also would Cree also be able to roll a survival check to like a survival or a perception to find out where it's coming from?
Natural 20.
Let's go.
Now I get the natural 20.
Silver, you feel yourself freeze. This is the one thing, this is one of the first things that you ever read about in this dimension.
Is it a siren?
Hikers
Oh my God.
claiming to hear voices, the wind sounding like singing, some people never returning.
Okay, do I get like a name of something, or is just that?
You fuck. Give me a moment. You get the name Thalastron. I had to find it.
Huh?
Celestron.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Do I get any other information? Just that?
No. But do you say this name aloud?
Yeah, like as Astral just thinks about it for a moment, he's like, "Oh dear, this is I know what this is. This is Thalastron. It's not good."
does
Isaac?
Zill recognize that?
No,
What?
but Soaps.
Thalastron.
You like I mean, so yeah, you've heard stories about this thing.
It's
But
not
Isaac,
Rainbow General.
Soaps. It's like a scene in Percy Jackson. It's like a moment in Percy Jackson where like the Greek letters turn English. This word,
Oh?
it basically immediately translates in your mind.
What's the word?
Song of Death.
Ah!
I see.
Wait, I have a question in DMs also.
So Sopas, he would sit up before like he would get like a small like a panicked look at he like as Astral says that before just saying Song of Death. That's what that means.
So has Astral has Astral ever heard of the Song of Death? Because like he did, I don't. He was a scholar, but I'm gonna leave that up to you. Like, has he ever heard of anything like that?
No.
Ah, damn it.
Can I ask if Zenith or Auric have ever heard of something like that?
This is me out of character. I don't know if it's like a siren thing where we don't want to hear it. So I'm hesitating if I should suggest we cover our ears.
I mean, I As you guys are like kind of like, oh, this is a thing, Calypso stops.
Uh-oh.
She stops moving and she in fact starts backing up. And you guys hear rocks shuffling as something big starts moving. And this song starts getting closer. And what you see is you don't even really get to see it yet because its footsteps sound but almost metal-like, but there's also a fleshiness to them. And as this thing kind of rounds the corner, you see this dragon-like creature that is covered in a brass-like metal, and these pipes are kind of like coming off of it. And it's clear that the wind going through the mountain is like coming through these pipes and making this noise. But if
Wait,
you
the
look,
sound or the wind?
the wind itself is like it is flowing through these pipes on this creature, and it's causing this noise.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
All right.
foghorn.
Can I
And
have Calypso like turn us around and start heading in the opposite direction? Because fuck that.
she's frozen in place. Like, she's no longer moving. Like, she is staring down this thing. And this thing, like, as you guys take a closer look to it, you realize there is kind of like a pulsating flesh under this metal.
Hey yo.
What?
Quick.
And
Oh, go ahead.
its eyes lock onto you. And they seem to ignite. And that is where we're ending session.